Inflation has been running rampant since the pandemic, reaching levels unseen since 1982 in the United States. So what is going on here? Who or what is to blame? Let's take a look at what really happened so we can get an idea if inflation could be going up from here or could it be going down. We must first revisit the past, back to May of 2020. One of the main reasons for inflation is rising energy prices. During the pandemic, the price of crude oil had fallen from $60 a barrel to $30 as the global demand for oil plummeted. On the supply side, to stabilize the price of oil, Russia and Saudi Arabia had a disagreement about who should carry most of the oil production cuts to offset the worst drop in demand since the financial crisis of 2008. Instead of production cuts, Saudi Arabia announced price discounts of $6 to $8 per barrel to Europe, Asia, and USA, and increased its production from 9.7 million barrels a day to 12.3 million. And Russia responded with an extra 300,000 barrels a day. The perfect storm of demand compression and supply expansion sent crude oil down to a 17-year low of $20.48 a barrel. The oil industry tightened its belts as the whole sector saw profits drop drastically. The industry cut capital spending by approximately 20 to 25% than it would have normally done in a regular year. This would play a significant role in the coming months. The 2020 presidential election in the United States played a crucial role for the price of oil, as negative rhetoric for oil became the norm amidst a strong support for greener energy. However, today, the average price of gas had risen from around 2.6 a gallon when the current US administration took office in 2020 and had risen to more than $5. These are the several key events in the United States that played a major role in the price of oil. January 2020, the current administration cancels the Keystone XL pipeline that would carry crude oil from Western Canada, reducing the supply of oil to the States by around 830,000 barrels a day. January 27, 2020, the current administration halts new leases for oil and natural gas on federal lands. May 7, 2020, the current administration removes 30% of its land to off limits for drilling oil and gas. June 30, 2020, Congress reverses the prior administration's natural gas regulation, which was put in place to speed up the oil sector's infrastructure projects. February 2022, Russia invades Ukraine. May 2022, the current administration cancels offshore oil leases in Gulf of Mexico and Alaska. The second reason for inflation is the mismatch of demand and supply for goods. The US government pumped $6 trillion of stimulus into the economy since the pandemic. Demand for goods increased, while supply chains did not fully recover, sending prices higher. In the meantime, the US Federal Reserve expanded its balance sheet by around $5 trillion, raising value of assets such as stocks and real estate. High oil prices flow into most goods that need to be shipped by air, sea, or land. To reduce inflation, it is key for oil prices to come down. But this could take time, as increasing production requires significant investment and needs to get past government red tape. Demand for discretionary purchases will also have to come down. The Federal Reserve is in the process of increasing interest rates, which is a mechanism to lower demand as it raises the cost of money and slows down borrowing in the economy. But most importantly, people need to believe inflation will come down. If everyone believes inflation will go higher, people will buy everything today, sending prices higher, and making everyone believe that inflation will continue to go higher, sending the economy into a vicious inflation spiral. But if people believe inflation will come down, they can buy at different times. Spreading demand over time eventually cools inflation. So will inflation come down? Well, only time would tell. People, governments, and central banks around the world would have to work together to solve this immense problem. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.